Hello, comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings. I am your host, Bill Miller. Today is part 4 of our blog for the Fantastic Four. So turn the volume up just a hair, turn the lights down a smidgen, sit back, relax, and let your imagination paint the pictures as we read from the Fantastic Four, issue number 4. On the cover, we see a strange new character carrying Sue Storm into the water with the rest of the Fantastic Four in hot pursuit. And the Human Torch says, "Stop him! If the Submariner reaches the water, he'll become invincible." The issue is titled, "The Coming of the Submariner." Next we see Thing, Mr. Fantastic, and the Invisible Girl all inside a room. And it's titled The Fantastic Four and the Coming of the Submariner. At a secret skyscraper hideout in the caverns of New York, 3 of the most fantastic humans on Earth are found. But where is the 4th? Somewhere out there, among the teeming millions of the city, the Human Torch is hiding from us, and we've got to find him.
For all I care, he can stay hidden. He's nothing but a spoiled brat of a teenager. What do we need him for?
How can you talk about my brother that way? He may be hurt or in trouble. Don't worry about the Torch, Sue. I'm sure he's okay. As for you, Thing, it's your fault that he ran off.
Sure, everything around here is my fault.
But it is your fault, Thing. Your fault that the Torch is hiding out from us, as well as from the police and the army. Remember how he tackled the monster, which the Miracle Man had brought to life? See Fantastic Four, number 3. He was one of us then. Single-handed, he fought the enormous creature, and single-handed, he defeated him. Finally, thanks to the Torch, our atomic cannon was returned safely to the army. Everyone was happy about it, Thing, but not you. No, you were jealous of the Torch's achievement, and so you picked an argument with him, an argument which made him want to desert all of us. I'm through with the Fantastic Four, understand? Through! Torch, wait. So, this last sequence, they kind of detailed through the pictures to go along with the with Mr. Fantastic's narration, what the Thing had accomplished just previously. And he said he was through as he flew off from the rest of them. Well, we're not going to let it end that way. We're going to find that boy, and that means you too, Thing.
You bet it means me, and when I do find him, I'll teach him to run off on us that way.
Oh, Reed, if he harms the Torch... Easy, Sue. He won't hurt him, I swear. A few minutes later, at the Fantastic Four Skytop hangar, we'll use the Fantastic Car to search the city. This is the first time that the Torch's section was left behind. This is where we separate, release sections. And the Fantastic Car breaks off into 3, not 4 sections, each going in their own direction. The first one to sight him will contact the others. Good luck. And so the long search begins. Sue Storm, the Torch's sister, lands in the center of town. And she's thinking, the Torch loved this neighborhood, where there were so many other teenagers. But no matter how well Sue Storm can search a city, and she starts to turn invisible, the Invisible Girl can do it better. And more thoughts. She's in a diner. Funny, I could sworn that I saw that straw move. Searching can sure be thirsty work. I'll stop for a soda. And the onlooker sitting next to her at the bar, who doesn't realize she's invisible, the glass is getting empty. It's good. Let me out of here. The place is haunted. That's more like it. Now, back to the search, as she finishes her soda. Meanwhile, what of Mr. Fantastic? He's hiding behind some brush, and he's thinking to himself, There are some cyclists. Perhaps they've seen the torch. And that's pretty awesome because these are motorcycle riders and he calls them cyclists. And he grabs one right off his motorcycle. Oh! Only way to find out is to ask him. Mr. Fantastic, gee, I never knew you were for real. I'm real enough, son. But if you don't know where Johnny Storm is, I've no more time to waste with you. The motorcycle rider thinks to himself, wow, Mr. Fantastic himself lifted me right off my cycle. What will I tell the gang? Will I be a big man? Mr. Fantastic thinks, I've got to keep trying. Sooner or later I'll find some teenager who's seen him. But little does Mr. Fantastic suspect that less than 1 mile away, attaboy, Johnny, you're getting it. Wow, nobody can modify an engine like you, Johnny. Ah, you're only saying that 'cause it's true. Boy, just think, the whole country's looking for the Human Torch. And he's right here with us, working on our sports car engines. I've got to do a little welding before I can fix those gaskets. So here goes. Flame on. And Johnny, ever the show-off, lights his finger up. Hey, gang, dig that. This beats a welding iron any day. And if there's a really big welding job to do, notice how I can control my flame? By not moving, it doesn't go near the gasoline. But at that very moment, outside the garage, before I knock myself out searching the whole city, I'm playing a hunch. That brat used to hang around here, fiddling with those hot rods every chance he got. Hey, I can feel the heat. He's inside. It's the thing. You're blamed right it is the thing, Torch. And he busts through the wall of the garage. And now I'll teach you what happens to deserters. And your flame doesn't scare me now. I know you can't move while you're burning because there's gasoline all over here. One spark and your pals are done for. And we move to Chapter 2. Enter the Submariner. Flame off, Torch. Do you hear me? Flame off or I'll pulverize you. And the thing has picked up the car they were working on. Drop the car, thing. I'll flame off. Look. Sure, Torch. I'll drop the car and now I'll take care of you. Wham! He throws the car through another wall. You've always laughed at me because I was ugly. Well, why aren't you laughing now? Don't worry, sonny boy. I'm not going to spoil your pretty features. I'll just rough you up a little. Teach you who's boss once and for all. Don't try it, thing. I'm warning you. You're warning me? Why, Hey, what's happening? I'm changing. I'm human again. I'm Ben Grimm again. At last, at last. I'm a man, a normal human being. Johnny thinks to himself, now's my chance. He's forgotten all about me. Go on, Torch, fly off. What do I care? Ha ha ha, I'm human again. The poor fool, he should know by now his change is only temporary. Fly away, you flaming freak. Who cares? Who? My hands, my arms. I'm turning back into a thing. As the thing sinks to his knees in helpless rage, Johnny Storm reaches the outskirts of the Bowery. This is one place where nobody will find me. I'll just lose myself among all the other human derelicts here. He's roaming the downtrodden streets of this neighborhood. Might as well find a place to sack down for the night. I guess this one is no worse than the others. A few minutes later, he's in what seems to be a flop house. Well, it's not the Waldorf, but it'll keep me safely hidden while I plan my next move. Say, look at this old beat-up comic mag. It's from the 1940s. And, of course, it's an issue of the Submariner. The Submariner. I remember Sis talking about him once. He used to be the world's most unusual character. Yeah, just like Sis said, he could live underwater and was as strong as 10 men. I wonder whatever happened to him. He was supposed to be immortal. Then there's a fella sitting in a bed next to him, smoking a cigar, with a disheveled look upon his face and a scruffy beard. Reading about the Submariner, huh? We got a stumble bum right here who's as strong as that joker was supposed to be. Hey, wake up. Hey, old man, wake up. You wouldn't think it to look at him. But that old bum. But just wait. Huh? What? There's a guy who's got really long hair and a long mustache and beard. And looks certainly the worse for wear. Come on, old man, we got us a lieutenant. Show him what you can do. Go away, I want to sleep. Let me be. Why don't you leave the old fellow alone? He's probably tired. He's never too tired to show us how strong he is, are you, old man? Come on, you mangy bum, tear this phone book in half. Tear it, I said. Go away, you puny flea. Pow! And he knocks the guy back and the phone book out of his hand. All right, boys, let's teach him a little lesson. Get him! And the rest of the tenants descend upon this fellow. Yeah, I've been spoiling for a good fight. I said, pow! Go away! Wham! All of you! Bam! And they're all summarily whooped by this stranger. If only I could remember who I am, what I am. Why have I spent the long years here in a fog with my mind a blank? Look, he's tired. Now's our chance. And several of the gang regrouped, picking up metal bars and 2x4s. Try to push us around, Willie. I never did like the creep. Hold on. Let him alone. Can't you see he's ill? He's got amnesia, a loss of memory. He doesn't even know who he is. Yeah? Well, we're going to help him find his memory. Sure, we'll beat it back into him. Why bother? I'll show you an easier way. First, we've got to see what he really looks like. So let's give him a little shave. Flame on. Hey, look at that. Holy cow, it's the Human Torch. See how simple it is when you know how? I can control the flame in my body to within a hair's width. Wait, his face. No, it can't be. And the torch burns off all of the facial hair. It is. He's the Submariner. Chapter 3, Let the World Beware. At the very moment that Johnny Storm makes his incredible discovery, the other members of the Fantastic Four are continuing their strange search. Are you sure you've seen no trace of a flaming teenager blazing through the sky? Holy smoke, I've read about you guys, but I never dreamt you really existed. Mr. Fantastic reaches all the way up to the height of a flying helicopter. Perhaps someone might catch a glimpse of him from a passing train. And so he reaches down to an elevated train, and he's looking through the windows of one of the cars. And if you see any trace of the torch, remember, contact the Fantastic Four. Mister, the first guy I'll contact will be my eye doctor. Sue Storm, too, prowls the vast metropolis, and her other identity is the Invisible Girl. The Bowery, haven of lost souls. I can't believe that Johnny would ever come here. Come on, pal, if you are the Submariner. I know the one thing that'll bring back your memory. No, I'm wasting my time here. I'll go and search some other part of town. Thus does destiny toy with the lives of humans, and so unwittingly the Invisible Girl walks away from the very one she seeks. Okay, the coast is clear. Flame on, and Johnny grabs the Mariner and takes off. Relax, mister. I'm not going to drop you. Not till we come to the sea. And if he is the Submariner, the water will bring him back his memory and his full powers. If not, I'll dive in and save him. Once submerged in the mighty sea, a startling change comes over the strange derelict. In one sweeping motion, he hurls his outer garments from him and stands revealed as the legendary Prince of the Sea, the invincible Namor, the Submariner. I remember now, I am the Submariner. My family, my friends, my undersea kingdom. I must return. Traveling in his native element like a careening torpedo, Prince Namor soon reaches his almost forgotten land, only to find destroyed. It's all destroyed. That glow in the water, it's radioactivity. Now I know what happened. The humans did it, unthinkingly, with their accursed atomic tests. My people could not be harmed by radiation, but when their homes were destroyed, they must have gone elsewhere. The oceans are vast, endless. How shall I ever find them? Minutes later, but the humans shall pay for this, I swear it. He's back. You young fool. Do not feel proud of what you have done, for by returning my memory you have signed the death warrant of the human race. What? What are you talking about? Revenge. I'm talking about the revenge I shall have for the destruction of my undersea kingdom. I am the mightiest living mortal on earth, and now mankind shall feel that might, as it is turned against you all. Chapter 4, Submariner's Revenge. No sooner does Namor utter those fateful words than the three other members of the mighty foursome back at their headquarters again, planning their next move. See? Look! A flare. It must be the torch. Let's go. Hurry, he must be in danger. It's the emergency signal. And in the streets below, all eyes turn skyward as they behold the most dramatic, most exciting secret symbol of all. And there is a number 4 written in the sky.
It came from the waterfront. I knew he'd need us. That brat can't stay out of trouble without us.
Faster, Reed, faster. Easy, Sue, we're almost there. And the three of them are again traveling together in the Fantastic Car. There he is. He's all right. Thank heavens, he's all right.
What's the idea of scaring us that way? You know that flare is only to be used for emergencies.
Quiet thing. This is an emergency, you big ape. Do you think I'd have called you if it wasn't important? I never wanted to see any of you again. But we're going to need each other now. The Submariner is back, and he's out to destroy the whole human race. The Submariner? I thought he had died long ago. Nobody's heard of him for years. He's alive, all right, and he's more dangerous than ever.
Who's worried? Nothing human can stand up to the thing.
That's the scary part, mister. He isn't human. No, Namor, Prince of the Sea, isn't quite human, for his race was old when the stars were young, and many fathoms below, we see the Submariner again. I'll unleash a monster such as mankind has never dreamed of. There he is, still slumbering, as he has done for ages, the largest living thing in all the world, the deadly Giganto. Only one thing can arouse him, this trumpet horn which my ancestors buried here centuries ago. And we see a huge lizard/dinosaur-like/fish-like monster. Hearing the eerie undersea blast, with one earth-shaking shrug, the undersea behemoth shakes off the sleep of ages, and, I've done it! I've awakened the monster. Now nothing can stop him. Namor keeps blowing on this horn. He'll follow the trumpet horn wherever it leads. And in the hands of Submariner, it leads to the surface world. And we see a boat.
For the love of heaven, look!
As the monster crests the top of the water. Mindlessly, the gigantic creature splinters the old tramp steamer as the crew escapes to the sound the alarm.
We are too small for him to notice.
They're in a little escape boat.
I've got the emergency radio working, sir.
And within seconds,
I know it sounds impossible, but
nowadays nothing is impossible. They said it's headed towards New York. They radio in about the sea creature. For the first time in history, the incredible order is given. Evacuate New York. Don't panic. Just keep moving. Hurry, hurry. We see throngs of people trying to exit the city. And through the now silent canyons of the deserted city, the nation's most powerful weapons are brought into position. Here it comes. We see the military placing artillery pieces. Fire! And they shoot at this gigantic sea creature as it's coming out of the water onto land. Look at that. It must be the work of Submariner. But how can we fight it? It's as big as a mountain. What will happen to the city? There's not a weapon on Earth that will destroy a creature like that.
Hey, there's Reed. He's tackling it in his Fantastic Car.
Perhaps the chemical smoke screen will confuse it. Slow it down before it reaches the shore. I've got to help somehow. Torch, come back. It has a water spout like a whale. I'm caught in it. My flame is out. I'll fall to Earth. We see the Fantastic Car jettison through the air, and Mr. Fantastic reaches up and grabs the torch. Got you. Whew. Just when a fella needs a friend. And then we go back to the water, whose head has just burst through the surface, still brandishing his horn. He's not moving fast enough. I got to get him to a shore. This will do it. He'll follow the sound of this horn anywhere. Like something out of an unbelievable nightmare, the hulking mountain of flesh, which is Giganto, slowly turns, following the sound of the piercing trumpet horn. And then we burst through buildings on shore.
He's on shore. He'll wreck all of New York if he isn't stopped. One side, woman. I got me an idea.
What is it, Thing? What can you do? Moving like a man possessed, the Thing races from one military depot to another until he finds a nuclear bomb strapped to his back. I still can't believe it.
Oh, Thing, you can't. Relax, Sue. I'm no hero. I'll come back alive. Just watch.
And the Thing has what apparently is a nuclear bomb fastened to his back. And he's walking off with it.
All I've got to do is slip through that Joker's teeth and get inside, like Jonah and the whale. Then I gotta get out again before it goes off. Yeah, that's all. He's resting now. Good thing he breathes through his mouth. Well, here goes nothing.
And the Thing enters through this creature's mouth.
It sure is an eerie feeling. It's so small to him, or I'm so small to him, he doesn't even notice me.
Chapter 5, Return to the Deep. Slowly, warily, knowing that each step might be his last, the Thing stalks deeper and deeper inside the gigantic sea creature. Past the long-since forgotten remains of ancient vessels, ocean craft, which had fallen victim to Giganto long ages ago. And then, suddenly,
yeah, I should have guessed it. A giant like him would be apt to swallow lots of undersea monsters alive, and here's one of them.
And as the timing element of the deadly bomb ticks on,
well, I fought everything else in my time, so tick, 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 tick. I might as well tackle you, too.
And the Thing is fighting a monstrous-looking undersea creature within this gigantic, monstrous-looking undersea creature. Tick, 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 tick. And he defeats him.
That does it. But now I have only seconds to spare. If his mouth is shut now, I'm a goner.
And he just crests the creature's mouth as the bomb explodes.
Boom! Made it! Ugh!
He did it. The monster is dead. He saved the city, perhaps the world. And the gang goes and picks up the Thing. Easy. Don't drop him, Johnny. The shock must have knocked him out. I didn't think anything could stun the big gorilla. Ah, he's coming to now. I hate to say it, Thing, but I'm proud of you.
Big deal. That and a dime will get me a cup of coffee.
Quiet, you two. Who's that? You'll find out soon enough who I am. The whole world will know the Submariner. You haven't beaten me yet. As long as I have this horn, I can summon countless other sea monsters to attack you. But then he loses the horn. So, it is the horn that does it. That's what I was waiting to hear. What? I've got to get this to the others. I've got to. And the invisible girl, using her invisibility, grabs the horn out of the Submariner's hands. It's floating in the air. No, that can't be. I'll find the answer. And he tackles what he thinks could be a person holding the horn. Ah, I thought so. It's a human, an invisible human. Oh, stop struggling. No one can escape Prince Namor. Seeing that her plight is hopeless, Sue Storm becomes visible again and, well, here is a prize worth catching, as he's holding her in his arms. You're the loveliest human I've ever seen. If you will be my bride, I might show mercy to the rest of your pitiful race. How can I make such a choice? You won't have to, Sue. We're here now. He'll never menace mankind again. You fools, I gave you your chance, but now I'll have the girl and my revenge. The next time I blow this horn, I shall unleash a horde of undersea monsters such as mankind never dreamt of. Helpless before the invincible attack, you humans will be driven out of your cities until you return to the caves in which your ancestors dwell. This is my prophecy. He means it. He might do it. We can't take the chance. No, Prince Namor, you mustn't. I'll do anything. I'll become your bride. One life such as mine doesn't matter, but humanity must be spared. You speak as though you are sacrificing yourself. Don't you realize what an honor I offer you? You can become Princess Namora, bride of the Submariner, co-ruler of Earth. This has gone far enough. Somebody's got to show Namor that he can't defeat mankind single-handed.
Let me tackle him. I can't wait to get my hands on that big talking fish man.
But, having regained his full strength again, the Undersea Monarch scatters his astonished attackers like tenpins. Back, you clods! None may strike the imperial person of Namor, the Submariner. He's more powerful than we thought. You two, oh, he's more powerful than we thought. You two stay back while I... Not this time, Reed. This calls for a stunt that only the Human Torch can pull. Flame on. I've got to get high above Submariner before he suspects what I'm going to do. Reaching a height of 1,000 feet, the amazing Human Torch suddenly flies in an ever-expanding circle directly above the Submariner, creating an awesome man-made tornado of unimaginable force. So powerful is the suction and so accurately does the torch pinpoint its vortex that I'm being sucked into the air. Can't fight it. The pressure is unbearable. I'm blacking out. And still the irresistible force continues, drawing Namor and the sea monster higher and higher until, finally, the torch maneuvers its victims over the deepest part of the vast ocean, and then... There! That'll show him he bit off more than he can chew. They plunge into the ocean. During the swirling, dizzy descent, the menacing sea trumpet slips from Namor's limp fingers to be lost in the depths of the murky sea forever. And moments later, revived by the ocean's magic healing powers, the Submariner makes a vengeful vow. I'm not beaten yet. They're stronger than I thought, but not strong enough to finish Namor. I'll be back, do you hear? I'll be back. Yes, perhaps he will be back. But when Submariner returns, he will still have to face the most incredible quartet of humans in all the world.
You shouldn't have let him return to the Sea Torch. I've got a hunch he'll be back.
If he dares return, he'll find us waiting. I swear it. And that is the end of the story. There is a pinup on the last page of this. It's the Fantastic Four pinup page featuring Mr. Fantastic. And we have a cameo picture of him saying Reed Richards below. And that's on the upper left-hand part of the page. And the rest of the page is an action sequence of him reaching up from the ground through the cityscape toward a high window in a skyscraper to ultimately grab the gun that is being brandished by what looks to be some sort of criminal. And that will do it for issue number 4 of the Fantastic Four. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would encourage you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you'll be alerted as soon as I release new audio recordings. Thumbs up and comments are always appreciated. And remember, we're taking over the world one comic book at a time.